Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. And welcome to a Sunday stream where it is, in fact, Easter, at least for those of you that celebrate. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is. Whatever day it is, I hope that the weekend is treating you well, and if you decide, if you're one of the folks that celebrates Easter as a holiday, then I hope that the Easter, Sunday, and weekend has been good to you so far. Hopefully you got some extra time off of work for the holiday, or maybe, if you're really lucky, you might even have gotten some holiday pay for the Easter weekend. So, regardless, whether you celebrate, whether you got anything, whether you spend any time with family, I hope that the weekend has been treating you well. Good to be here. Glad to see you guys. Glad you could come and hang out with us today. And I'm glad to have another work week behind me. It is a good day today because we are going to be getting back into Valkyria Chronicles. As I said on the Twitter machine, we are going to be having our third and final showdown with Raita's most popular safe for work character. And if you know, you know. Listen, chat. Hanjo Raita is first and foremost a porn artist, all right? And you can tell just by looking at his art. But he has more popular characters than Selvaria. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say any more than that, because we're going to try to keep this at least somewhat professional. I will simply say, if you are curious, the resources are out there. The resources are out there if you are curious. But again, good to see you. Thanks for coming to join me on a Sunday chat. Always glad to have you. Always glad to see you guys turning out with your emotes, with your excitement, and of course, with all of your subs and your hype train bullshit. You fucking donkeys. But I appreciate it all the same. Thanks for coming out. And chats, you know, I gotta tell you what's going on with me. But first, I want to say hi. So who do we got? Who do we got in the chat today? We got a bunch of people. As usual, we got people hanging out in the chat almost an hour and a half before we even go live because, I mean, I assume you just have nothing better to do. You guys should get a hobby. You guys should absolutely get a hobby. Well, okay. Get a hobby that doesn't involve sitting in the chat when I'm not live. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? But good to see you, Crappy Sniper, Black Hydra. We got Kirk Haslin. Yes, now, Reploid in the chat. Good to see you guys. Let's see, who else do we got in here? We got Troubleshooter. Let's see, has Troubleshooter smacked anybody in the face with a gift sub yet? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So that's a first for Troubleshooter. Not gifting a sub to anybody before I've even shown my face. I did not think that was possible. I applaud your restraint, Troubleshooter. I applaud your restraint. Thank you for that. Let's see. We've got, who else? Who else is in the chat today? We got Dark Maze, No Carrion, Static Charge, Wasteland Wanderer. We got Ven, Ravenous Gamer, Manly Salmon coming back. Again, good to see you, Manly Salmon. We've got Active Mars as well, doing some driving back from the holiday. Good to see you, Mars. Thanks for coming to join us on a Sunday. Let's see who else. We got Volfina with some crab dance in the chat. Good to see you, Volfina. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday. We got Starlight Saffron as well. Good to see you come back to join us for another stream. Flint Ewood with a happy 420 Bunny Day in the chat. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, it is, here in the US at least, it is not only is it Easter today, but also it is 420. And if you listen, I don't partake anymore, but if I did, I would absolutely be celebrating 420 today. So yes, it is in fact both Easter and 420 simultaneously. Let's see, who else? We've got, I gotta scroll down a little bit here because there's a lot of names and you guys have got all these different colors and it makes my brain hurt. We got Arcos of Ren as well in the chat, Ratnox as well, good to see you guys. Serini popping in, Avelion as well, Dark Sarah. Man, we got a lot of names in the chat today. Good to see you guys. thanks for joining us on a Sunday. Always glad to have you. Glad that you could hang out with us. We got Dragon Master as well. Capsty also from the land down under joining us for a Sunday stream. And Lord Renzus as well with a full alpha in chat. Probably one of the many collateral gift subs that you donkeys have been throwing out there. Let's see. 1 month badge, yeah. So Lord Renzus, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. Since this is your first month in the cult, you got to be careful. They'll get you. They'll get you. I can't stop them. I mean, I can't stop them from doing it, but I do appreciate it. So thank you guys once again for coming to join me on a Sunday. And as for what's going on with me today, I wanted to give you guys some updates, not only on me, but on the stream as well, just to give you guys a little status update. So let's see. Well, first of all, we got Ravenous Gamer says, cannot stay today. Me to do some writing. Try to pop in and catch a bit as I can. Well, that's okay, Ravenous Gamer. As always, and I tell everybody this. I've said it 100 times, 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 times more. Whether you spend 5 minutes or 5 hours in this chat, I appreciate every single one of those minutes. Every minute that you have on planet Earth is precious, and I appreciate every single one of them that you choose to spend here with us. And again, every minute matters. Every minute matters. So thank you. Even if you can't stay, even if you got other things going on, I do appreciate your time, however much or little you're able to spend with us. Because there are some folks out there in VOD land watching on the YouTubes that, well, I know Ravenous, but I'm just saying. I mean, there's some folks out there in the YouTube lands watching in the archives that aren't able to catch us live. So, you know, I appreciate their time as well. For all the folks that choose to spend time with me, choose to spend time with you guys. It is always, always, always appreciated because you guys make the community. I'm just a monkey putting on the show. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. So I appreciate y'all being here. But as for today, the big updates for you guys, just where it pertains to the stream. Don't worry, we're not changing the schedule up anything like that. But I did want to reiterate because I know there were some folks that were asking about it on the Twitter machine and also on the YouTubes about the 2.0 model revamp that I am doing. So for those of you that may have missed the various, I guess, sidebars that I have done, I am, in fact, working on a 2.0 avatar. However, I am trying to fit it in between other things that I'm doing, which include my new job, and stuff for the stream, because of course I have to do the VOD editing and everything and post all that on YouTube. So I'm trying to fit the work on the 2.0 model in between everything else that I'm doing, but I am working on it slowly. It's kind of low on my priority list, but I am still working on it. And that will be coming. Again, I can't tell you when. I can't say when exactly, but 2.0 is coming. With new hair and a new model and all kinds of other fun stuff. So do keep an eye out for that. And again, once I have a little bit more to show for it, because right now I'm still in like the early prototyping phases. Most of what I've been doing so far is getting like the initial design of the model and then also trying to get all of the outfits and stuff that I've already made for this model and porting them over to the new model as best I can. But the skeleton is a little bit different. The model itself is a little bit different in terms of the proportions. Don't worry, the booba are not going anywhere. But in terms of other proportions, there's a little bit of differences. So there has been some porting going on with the outfits. So that's mostly what I've been working on, is trying to convert all the work that I've already done to the new model. And then from there, I'll kind of refine the 2.0 and hopefully get it working at some point. However, I have been having a lot of issues with the rig on the 2.0 model for whatever reason, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's just because, I mean, I know 3D modeling, so it's not like that's the problem. It's just like I don't know. It's just been rough, and maybe it's just because I'm out of practice. It's been a little while since I like buckled down and did a lot of modeling all at one time. So maybe that's what it is. I just need to knock the rust off, so to speak. And we got 8 left. Wait, hold on. How do I pronounce this? Adricarius? Adricarius? I'm not, listen, I've said before, I only speak 2 languages, English and bad English. So hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, let me know how to pronounce it right, and I will endeavor to try to remember that. But first, I'd chat to say good morning, good to see you, Adricarius. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday. And of course, Troubleshooter, having missed his opportunity at the beginning of the stream, immediately smacking him in the face with a gift sub. So thank you, Troubleshooter, for the gifted sub. And Adricarius, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. Aska as well, rolling into the chat on a Sunday. Good to see you, Aska. Thanks for joining us as well. Hopefully you've been having a good holiday weekend so far. Mega says sub programs. Yeah. Again, we've had that talk before. You guys are all figments of my imagination. Erst is basically just running like 50 alt accounts as bots. So basically everyone except for you is in fact a bot. So, I mean, I hate to be the one to have to break that to you, but somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it. Yeah, okay, that's it. I had to check my list. So chat, for those of you that don't know, I have a notebook. I keep it next to my desk, or I keep it on the desk next to me whenever I'm streaming, and I write down notes. Usually, like when I'm doing my pre-flight checks and stuff, I'll write down notes about like, oh, this sound level is off. I need to look at that. Or the video's a little choppy here. Let me look at that. So I write little notes to myself, and I also write notes about the things that I want to talk about during the course of a stream, especially here during the preamble. So yeah, that's why I was checking my list, and my list is good. I think we talked about all the things. Oh, no, wait, never mind. There's one more thing, chat. There's one more thing we got to talk about for those of you that may not be in the know. And I have to say this because it is big sad for me. And you've probably already heard the news because with 5 million subscribers, it's hard for you not to have known about it. But for those that have not heard the news, the goob, Gallia, is graduating from HoloLive in just a couple of weeks. So, yeah, exactly, Troubleshooter. I mean, you can put some A's in chat if you want, but yes, the goob is in fact graduating from HoloLive. I know for some of you guys that will not be a surprise. It is not a surprise to me. I expected it to happen. But of course, even when you know it's coming, even when you know that like you can feel it, it doesn't hurt any less. I mean, Gura is one of the reasons that I started streaming, is one of the reasons that I chose to be a VTuber. You know, I obviously had lots of inspirations, but the first generation of Holo EN is one of the big reasons that I chose to be a VTuber and chose to try to stream. So, you know, for her to be moving on is very, very sad. And I've said my piece over on the Discord, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I did want to shout that out. I heard round the world, and she is finally moving on from Holo. So that really sucks, but I know that whatever she's going to do after this, she's going to be great at it. Cause she's a good girl and she deserves the best. She has worked hard. She built, again, one of the largest fan bases in VTubing. And that's an insane accomplishment for anybody. But anyway, that's not to be a downer or anything, but I did want to point that out because it was a big deal for me. I walked in, whatever day it was, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I was coming home from work and it had already been like a bad day at work. Like I had already had a bad day, and then I got home and first thing I did was pull up YouTube just to see what was new today, and then saw the you know, important announcement, and I was like, please don't let it be what I think it is. And it was exactly what I thought it was, and it it kind of it wrecked me that night. I was very emotional. So my heart goes out to Goob. I'm sorry that she has to move on, but I hope and pray that she's gonna do well wherever she goes from here. Are you done? Can we get to the game now? Would that be okay? Or are you intentionally? I mean, look, we're about to hit the 1 hour mark. There it is. Okay, we hit the 1 hour mark. We have officially been live for an hour. It's time to get to the game. Yeah. It's time. Son of a bitch. And Black Hydra as well gifted a sub, this time to Cashew. Thank you, Black Hydra, for the gift sub. And Cashew, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. No more delays. No more delays, chat. We're going to the game. We are going to the game. Tired of this shit. I am tired of this shit. Oh, come on. Don't be like that, Valkyria Chronicles. What is your problem? There we go. Alright. There we go. So here we are, back in Valkyria Chronicles. For those of you that may have missed the last stream, or might be coming in for the first time, we are currently in the middle, smack in the middle, of Chapter 15, the Citadel Gerlandio chapter, where we are currently sieging the Citadel of Gerlandio to try to take it back from the Imperial menace. Of course, in the first mission, we had to essentially get a train car full of explosives into the main gate so that we could invade the Citadel itself. And then now, after making our way into the fortress, we're dealing with Selvaria, again, one of the most iconic characters of this franchise, as she has decided to face us one final time. This time, without all the magic, blue, glowy stuff. It's just her and a machine gun. And, I promise, she is probably more dangerous with that gun than without it. So that is where we are today. We are going to be getting into part 2 of this chapter, the third and final showdown with Selvaria. Let's see, King Panzer says, Twitch, I made some lime syrup yesterday, 2 days ago. Lime syrup? Like for drinks, I guess? I would assume it's kind of like simple sugar, but... Or like simple for doing mixed drinks, but maybe with lime instead. I assume that's what you're talking about. And Dark Nays with 100 Bezos bucks say, I dare you, boss, in your words with the state fish of Hawaii. Nope. Not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. Get the fuck out of here with that. I'm not even about to try that shit. Nope. Your wishes have bosses. Bras should probably never get a bits-powered chat text-to-speech like Zentre. It would go burr. Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I thought about doing it because of Zen. Also, fun fact, Zen is also from Texas. I don't know that because I've ever talked to her. I just know because she said so before. But yeah, so Zen and I are both from the great state of Texas. And Oxford in the chat as well on a Sunday. Good to see you, Oxford. Thanks for joining us. We got Menage, or Menage. Again, I can never remember how to pronounce your name. But welcome back. Good to see you on a Sunday. How's everybody doing? We're doing okay so far. Chat keeps trying to distract me with their gift sub bullshit from the game. And of course, as if to highlight exactly what I'm saying, here's Troubleshooter gifting you a sub. So Troubleshooter, thank you for yet another gift sub. Again, 160 subs in the channel. 160 gifted subs to the community. Jesus, Troubleshooter. Just contain yourself. Contain yourself. And Manan, welcome back into the cult of bad tactical decisions. We don't do tactical decisions. We do bad tactical decisions. Yeah? You know, y'all's timing is impeccable. Because every time I get ready to say something, you gift another sub. Stop that shit. Cut it out. And Fool, this time gifted a sub to Oxford. Fool, thank you for the gift sub as always. And Oxford, welcome back into the cult as well. I know you've been here before. You know where the Biacto cooler is, so I will let you help yourself. It's either this or Scientology, and this is cheaper. I mean, you're not wrong. I can't argue with the logic, but listen, I'm gonna throw this out there. And I know you're probably gonna disagree, but just trust me on this one. Being in a cult is not a requirement. And I know, given the political situation in the United States recently, it's hard to believe that not everybody has to be in a cult, but being in a cult is not a requirement. It's not compulsory. So, you know, like, you don't have to make the choice between Scientology and me. It's actually okay to just not be in a cult. So just, like, I wanted to put that out there as an option. Again, I know how you're going to react to that information. You're going to reject it, possibly violently. But at the same time, just throwing it out there. You can, in fact, just not be in a cult at all. Crazy suggestion, I know. Anyway, chat, god damn it. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We will play the cutscene that we played at the end of the last stream, just to give you guys a refresher, and also because Silvaria's boob be jiggling all over the place. So we're gonna watch her real quick, and then we'll get into the battle, and we will have our final showdown. Again, as I said, with Honjo Raita's most popular safe for work character.
Great! There's a clear path to the Citadel.
Proud warriors of Gallia, I must commend you. You have breached Girlandio's gates.
I still don't like the way she says that.
Look up there! The Valkyria!
We meet again. It looks like fate is toying with us.
You have already defeated me once, as a Valkyria.
Still, I have come to fight you again. It's a matter of pride, but this time, I will face you as a woman. This will be our last time then. One of us is going to die here. Now, we fight!
Nah, Reploid, she's just compensating. She's just compensating. I mean, obviously, for the gun aficionados in the chat, I believe it is modeled on the MG34, or at least that's the inspiration for the gun. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's a flash hider, essentially. It's, like, it looks like it shoots big bullets, but it's just regular bullets. I assume it's just regular bullets. And we get, oh, God, why? With the names, you guys, what is the... Do you, listen, serious question though. Is there some kind of competition out there that I don't know about that, like, everybody is trying to come up with the goofiest name that's the hardest to pronounce? So that people like me, who already have a hard enough time speaking without tripping over their tongue, are just like, I see the name and I'm just like, letters. That's a lot of letters. Darknaze, you have broken it down into German, but I don't speak German. And I'm not... Okay, listen. I don't even know what that means. But I'm just gonna say, Such dir was aus. Welcome to the stream. I am never gonna call you that again. Just because that's a mouthful for me. That is a mouthful for me. So, I don't. You give me a shorter name that I can actually pronounce, and we'll go with that one. But welcome to the stream on a Sunday. Hopefully you're having a good weekend and a good Easter so far. And if not, hopefully it'll be a little better now that you're here. I shall dub thee Suki. I mean, listen. There's a whole bunch of ways that can be clipped out of context, so I don't think we're going to go with that. I don't think we're going to go with that. It's called your username was already taken bullshit. No, I mean, listen, the words mean something. It's been about 15 years since I used German in anything other than a cursing at people capacity. So I don't... We have folks in the chat that speak German. If it was a bad thing, they could tell me it was a bad thing. Since nobody's telling me it's bad, I'm just gonna assume that we're okay. Anyway, chat, it's time. Let us get into the battle here before we end up spending an hour and a half doing nothing.
Here are details on the current operation.
What makes you think we would... Listen, troubleshooter, you have way more faith in the rest of this community. If you think there's not at least one person out here that wouldn't immediately point out, like, if... And I still haven't given you a name. I guess I'll call you Sook? That's the best I can come up. Listen, I'm not good at this, alright? I can barely walk and chew gum at the same time. But if their name was something naughty, you think... Oh. Now I get it. But if I come up with a name, I'm not gonna remember the name. Chat, we need names. We need names. I'll take suggestions, nothing naughty. But anyway, my point is that if it was something naughty, you think that there's not at least one person in this chat that would then immediately be like, oh, look at that guy's name, it's something naughty, here's what it means. Like, there are some of you that would not be able to help yourselves. You would have to say something. Wow, I see 2 votes for Dave right away. What, is there something special about Dave that I'm not aware of? Wait a minute, hold up. Hold up. Chat, we might have something here. Hold on. Spookist has suggested sauce. And listen, there's just something like I want to have a person in my chat named Sauce. I don't know why. I just think it would be fine. How does chat feel about Sauce? Sauce is a great mech warrior call sign. It is. It is, in fact. Sauce is just a great word in general. Like, I love the word sauce. Don't clip that out of context. I love the word sauce. Anyway, we're gonna call you Sauce. Suk de was aus. We're calling you Sauce. Your name is Sauce. I'm gonna try to remember that. I probably won't remember that. But I'm gonna try to remember that your name is Sauce. And with that being said, the reason that this was so important, chat, is because Kirk gifted a sub to Sauce. And I wanted to figure out what name we were going to call them so that we could, like I could go on and, you know, thank Kirk for gifting a sub to Sauce. So, Kirk, thank you for the gifted sub. And Sauce, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions, and congratulations on being christened with your new name. Alright. Now we're getting to the game. I swear to Christ, chat, if you keep distracting me. The way is open. It's time to enter the Citadel and break the enemy's hold upon it. We've confirmed that their forces are being commanded by Salvaria Bless, also known as Booba Lady. She was the Valkyria our forces faced on the fields of Nagior. Take the utmost care when dealing with her. Your objective is her defeat. Take down the Valkyria. She should be stationed on the terrace atop the Citadel. Better still, you'll be surrounded on 3 sides to begin. Yeah, that's right, chat. They just drop us in this, like... Not only are we surrounded, but we're surrounded from an elevated position on all 3 sides. It's great. It's the best tactical decision to be in. Break through to the lifts and stairs located at either side of the entry point. Climb up to the top and take her out. She may lack the lance and shield, but she's still a threat. Don't forget, you're dealing with a Valkyria here. It's quite likely she'll evade any head-on attacks. Yeah, that's another thing we're gonna have to deal with. Your challenge will be to sneak around to her rear. Get it, chat? You gotta get around to the rear. Where she'll be unable to dodge what you throw at her. Jesus, the wording. I didn't remember the game being so sexual at this moment, but... I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm good with it. Alright, let's see. Obviously, we got the 2 tanks. We're gonna be bringing the usual trio, as we do. Because, obviously, we need the extra command points. I think, obviously, we're gonna need at least 1 engineer to keep our tanks in the fight. Because they're gonna be getting hit from an elevated position. I'm trying to remember who we brought last stream. But I don't remember. So I think we'll take Nadine. If we're gonna take Nadine, then I'll put Wavy in as well because they have good synergy. And then... Who else do we got? I feel like we haven't taken Windy out in a little while, so we'll go with Windy. Let me move Wavy over a little bit, because he's got more action points. Maybe Marina would be a decent pick, but the problem is, if she gets shot by Salvaria, like, even in cover, our snipers are not going to be able to stand up that kind of firepower. So maybe I'll just leave her off the field for now, and we can deploy her a little later in the battle if necessary. In the meantime, I think we go with a little bit of Gal Squad. So I'm gonna put in Edie. And then who amongst our scouts has good synergy with her? Ramona? Alright, Ramona, you're in. Alright, chat, here we go. Marina would be lucky to get the shot from behind. Well, not to mention, I mean, mostly I was gonna use Marina to try to pick off, like, the troops that are up top instead of trying to take out Salvaria. Because, yeah, she's not really gonna get a shot.
We're prepared to commence the operation. I look forward to good news from you.
But that's okay. That is okay.
Take out their commander and claim Gearlendio. Squad 7, move out!
So I gotta point out, chat, this is... And I've talked about this before. I talked about this when we were doing... Wow.
Move out, Sevens. Use the stairs and elevators on either side to head for the top.
I mentioned this during the MechWarrior 5 playthrough, where it felt like, you know, you had all these different voice actors, and every time they would mention one of these, like, goofy, made-up names for a planet or something like that, you would always, like, everybody pronounces it differently, and I would always get mad at, oh my god, I can't remember her name. Irish lady. I'm sorry, Scottish lady. I can't... Her name is completely skipped my mind. But anyway, the way that she would say things, like the Capellans, I hated the way she said Capellans. Rihanna, there you go. That was her name. Good God, I can't believe I forgot that. Anyway, it was one of those things where I was like, every time they would pronounce a name, I'm like, I absolutely hate that. But then again, it's just made up fantasy words. And so, like, if you're gonna make up names for stuff, you gotta have somebody there, like, in the booth to be like, this is how you pronounce it. Or, God forbid, you take and do, like, a little phonetics thing, so that way people will actually understand. Chet, I'm a language nerd. It drives me nuts. Anyway, let's see what we got here. I think I'll move Windy. Oh, maybe not. Let's move the Shamrock first, because he'll be bulletproof, but it'll give us a little bit of the lay of the land here. As you can clearly see,
Think I'll let you take me down?
Our lady is not fucking around up there.
Everyone get ready to intercept.
Just gonna do a little bit of that.
Injured. Remember to use Ragni.
Oh wow, he's like all the way behind the building. Okay, that was unexpected.
Fire!
Suck flamethrower, loser.
Enemy unit neutralized.
Alright, do we have any lancers or anything on this flank that we need to worry about? Because obviously we got the heavy tank. I know that.
We're sending units out to both sides.
And then we got the tank over here, so I don't want to give him my radiator.
Now go, tear into him.
So I think we'll just do the, oh, there is that a lancer or is that
Enemy unit sighted
okay?
at 10 o'clock.
I don't know. We'll just have to go with this. I'm hoping that we don't immediately get the Shamrock blown up on the first turn. Alright, so there's the Lancer. There's a heavy Gatling. I mean, we could use Largo to go after the medium tank that's on the right, but he's gonna take some fire in the process, so I might need to give him a defense boost. But if he can get him behind that tank, he can one-shot it.
Here we go.
I told you, Chet, she is not messing around. She is not messing around. Alright, so, Welkin, I need you to get this hit, buddy. Alright, there we go. That'll give us a path up to the top on the left-hand side.
Just keep up this pace.
So then from here, we just move a little bit forward. Okay, that's a solid object. And we'll do something like this. We don't want to point our radiator directly at the enemy, but they have that Lancer up there as well, so I have to be very careful to not have my radiator exposed any more than I have to. So that'll give them something to shoot at. Let me see. We got 4 people to move, and we've got 8 command points. So if I give Largo a defensive boost, somebody's not gonna get to move, and then they're probably gonna get gut. So that's not good. I think we're just gonna have to take our chances here.
Been waiting here.
I don't like it,
You jokers still all right?
but I also don't have a lot of options. Alright, Largo, come on, buddy.
Right there begging to be gunned.
Dicks. Okay, there we go. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
All right.
Man down, everybody be careful.
Largo just got the crap shut out of him. but he survived.
I can't get close.
I don't know if he will continue to survive, but at least at the moment he has survived. Now, Chet, what we're gonna have to do, as you can clearly see, they have the little circles right here for the elevators, which means in order for us to use the lift, we're gonna have to get our people up here first. Which means, you notice, I brought quite a few scouts, and that's why. Because we're essentially gonna have to charge up these stairs under fire the entire time to actually get down here and activate the lift so the rest of our people can get up there. With that being said, I don't know how much fire our people can actually take.
Moving out.
Because as I said before, Soldaria is not messing around.
Watch out for attacks from above.
Do you still have sufficient ammo?
Oh man, I really hope I'm not about to charge up
Wait
this
for a
thing.
chance, then
Yeah, I
storm in.
probably should have used smoke rounds, but I didn't think about it at the time. Because again, bad tactical
Kill every
decisions.
last one!
Oh, that's what I was afraid
I'm a
of.
weapon. No, a shield.
That's what I was afraid of. I don't think we're gonna be able to cheese this. So we may have to just use a grenade instead. Except, listen, chat, I have not had the best track record with throwing grenades over walls. I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Enemy unit sighted.
I'm hoping that if I get a little bit farther away... can I get the grenade close enough? Game. I need you to work with me on this. I need you to not block the grenade. Okay? I need you to please not block this grenade. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this number because I want to try to, like, knock him around the corner.
Now.
Oh, dicks.
Yeah! Help me.
Me and grenades do not get along, chat. Me and grenades do not get along in this game. Okay, alright.
I got it.
It's not going good. It is not going good so far.
Lancers, please keep track of your ammo.
You're banned from using grenades? I mean, I probably should be. Clearly, I don't know how to use them.
Here I come.
Okay, we'll take the shots in cover and then we move.
Lancers, please keep track of your ammo.
And I'm not gonna put her out in the
If you
open,
see a chance,
because that would be a mistake. Have a question. Is the PC version interception fire bug well known, or is it a funny bit of trivia only a few people know about? I'm not sure what you mean, Jeff Bua. I mean, I know there are some bugs, but, like, if there's a specific thing with interception fire, I'm not sure what that bug is, to be honest with you.
I'm on it.
Alright. The scouts might be able to make it out of her line of fire, but I don't think that the engineer will.
I'll make this look good.
You always do, Ramona. Oh, we actually have some cover here.
Watch
All right,
out for
let's-
attacks from above.
Let's see if we can bait out her fire.
you're after the Imperial commander.
There it is. Come on, take the shot. No, you're not gonna take a shot?
Don't stray too far from the squad.
Alright. Chat, we're just gonna go for it.
Keep a close eye on what they're doing.
We're just gonna go for it. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Man, I'm gonna sleep for a week when this is over.
Okay, this time we're
I
not
see
gonna
an enemy!
we're not gonna use the grenade and blow ourselves up this time. However, we are gonna cheese the headshots around the corner.
Request.
This one's sealed with a kiss.
Uh-oh. I imagine that was Troubleshooter trying to share the link.
Please focus on
Because,
making careful
for whatever
decisions.
stupid reason, Twitch still does not let you post Twitch links. Because, well, okay, I'm sorry, Nightbot doesn't let you post Twitch links. So I will do him the favor of putting that in there for you. There you go. If you want to enjoy yet another grenade fail, which I guess I'm kind of becoming infamous for at this point. Alright, so we took out that guy. But Silvaria is right there, so we're gonna take fire going up the front. That's not good. Alright, let's see. We got Wavy up next.
You'll not harm my people.
Best series indeed, says Zabuzaos. Yes, I agree.
Gallians at 3 o'clock.
I absolutely
Distance,
love this
600
series.
meters.
Alright, Silvaria. Take it easy on my mans. Take it easy on my mans. Wavy has had a rough go of it. Oh my god, never mind. Yep, that's...
Forgive me.
Yep. Yep. Wavy has just been having a bad war. Like, every time I take him out on the field, something bad happens to him. I swear.
No matter the cost.
Let's at least see if we can get Nadine to some cover before she gets
I'll
shot.
cover the rear, everyone.
Okay, there we go. We were able to avoid her getting shot. So I guess next turn I'll have her run out there and save Wavy again. I feel like that wasn't a great turn, Chet. I feel like that definitely was not a great turn.
It's been some time since I last held a firearm.
I've cast aside my lance and shield. I fight you now as a mere mortal soldier.
Wavy isn't even hurt, he just plays dead every mission. I mean, maybe that's what it is. He's just trying to get out of his responsibilities. Oh, shit. Well, I was trying to avoid that exact thing, and, well, you can see how well that worked. So the game was built for the handheld version of the game and ported to PC later. The handheld console was locked at 30 frames per second. The PC version is not, so it goes up to 60 frames. They added the interception fire, tied the frame rate, meaning the PC interception fire is fired at 2 times the rate it's supposed to be. I mean, I believe it. It felt like the interception fire was a little fast, but we've been dealing with it so far. Oh, lovely. Yeah, this is what happens when you're surrounded, chat. And we are, in fact, surrounded. Yes, shoot the tank with the machine guns. I'm sure that will be effective.
Under miner fire!
Unfortunately, he has positioned himself perfectly so as to make it impossible for me to be able to get in behind and hit the radiator.
We're under heavy fire from the upper level!
Oh shit, look at this! Apparently, Kreese has become a tactical fucking genius.
Remember to keep tucked away behind cover. Move along while healing as necessary.
I mean, we have to survive long enough to heal, Welkin, but I appreciate the advice. Okay.
Here we go!
First things first, I'm the realist. We're not going to be able to get in behind the tank, at least not right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I will back up. Well, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that advice, and I'm going to, well, I was hoping to hit her with the smoke, but clearly that's not a thing that's going to work. So I think we'll do this instead.
Fire!
Just to give ourselves a little bit of cover. And then I'm gonna back up to hopefully bait this heavy tank into moving
This is
forward.
for you, Ace.
We're losing soldiers with every step we take.
No. Okay. No, I want you to turn this way.
Keep your distance when possible.
Medic!
We're saving our mans by running him
You've
over.
got to stay strong. Keep fighting.
You're all right. Stay strong.
Keep a close eye
Oh,
on
I
what
think
they're
that
doing.
actually blocked Valkyria as well, which is a good thing. That's a very good thing. Alright, now. We got snipers we gotta deal with.
Taking the stage. Medic!
It's not just Japanese devs that do so. Short answer is easy way out when programming
It's
some
gonna
things
be
like
all right.
animations
Leave
in
it
games.
to me.
I mean, to be fair,
If you die, I'll be furious.
when you see a lot of these like games
man
where
power now.
you get a PC port and like certain things are locked to frame rate, the reason that you end up in these situations where you get goofy stuff like a faster fire rate on reaction fire is because a lot of times, at least back in these days, because remember, this game was from like the mid-2000s, in these days, it was not only uncommon, but not even planned most of the time for games like this to ever get a PC port. And even if it did, back in those days, 30 frames was generally considered the standard. And so, like, they just locked it to the frame rate because, as previously discussed, that was the easiest way to do it. As technology improved, that turned out to be a bad idea because, obviously, as the PCs get stronger, as consoles get stronger, and everybody's pushing for this, 60, 120 frame standard, then you have older games like this one where they took a shortcut, and then that shortcut kind of comes back to bite you.
That's what you get.
Enemy unit neutralized.
But at the same time, you can't, in my opinion at least,
Picking us
I
off
see
from
an
above.
enemy.
you can't really blame the developers for that because, like, they had no idea what the technology was going to be like in 15 years. Like, that was never something that they even considered. So, like, I don't fault them for that. There was no way to anticipate that technological leap.
Here I come.
Alright, let's get
Medic!
Ramon out of here.
They'll make it. That's a promise.
And then let's see if we can sneak past. I don't
Think I'll
know.
let you take me down?
see you. I see you.
Ow. In the back.
You're gonna get shot.
You are, in fact, gonna get shot. However, that's a Gatling turret,
Yay.
and it's gonna be a little bit difficult to deal with that. It doesn't mean we can't deal with it, it's just gonna be difficult. Also, I'm gonna need Largo to try to take out this heavy tank, so that's gonna be a pain as well. Because I'm probably gonna have to move him at least twice. And all of our scouts are down, unfortunately. So our high mobility play is not really going to work. I could deploy down here, but with Selvaria up there, I don't really think it's worth it, to be honest. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to retreat Nadine. Because if I leave her there, she's just going to get shot by a sniper next turn and die anyway.
You've done enough. Pull out. We'll handle this.
So I'm going to get Nadine out of there, and we'll redeploy her later. In the meantime, I'm going to see what we can do with Largo here.
Just watch this.
And my man's is beefy. But he ain't take Selvaria at full blast beefy. Let me see. We already learned the hard way that we can't shoot through the railing. So I'm not even gonna waste the ammo. I'll just have him heal. Alright, we'll get him behind the heavy tank. I'll spam him basically and just move him again. So that we can get in here.
There's snow in your tank!
Oh, and he proc Tank Slayer. Chad, this is why I love Largo. He is the greatest specimen. He is the manliest of men.
You're done!
All of you out there, if your plumbing is on the outside...
Man down. Everybody be careful.
If your plumbing is on the outside, you should aspire to be as much like Largo as you can possibly be. And I understand some of you are probably twinks and stuff like that, and you're never gonna be the specimen that Largo is, but here's the thing, chat. You're never gonna be perfect. Perfection is impossible for a human being. But it's our goal, as humans, to try to get as close to perfect as we can. So, go get some hair plugs, get some chest hair if you don't have any. Make sure you get the sideburns. The sideburns are important. And, I mean, if necessary, you might have to get cosmetic surgery to do it. But that square jaw, like, it needs to be as square as it can be. So I'm just, you know. This advice for life. Vanguard first time chatter says, I am perfectly average. Well, see, that's your problem. You admitted that so readily that you are completely average. And that, to me, is a perfect indication of why you are not currently the specimen that Largo is. However, it doesn't mean that you can't get there. You just have to, like, manifest it. Just, like, talk like Largo. Make sure you eat your vegetables. That's important. We already know Largo loves his vegetables. And clearly they've been doing him some good, because goddamn. So yeah.
I'm on it.
There's nothing. Listen, Spokest. There's nothing wrong with being a twink. I'm not saying that it's not okay to be a twink. I'm just saying, you know, that I admit, I recognize that there are some of you that may or may not be twinks.
Go down!
Okay, yeah, I didn't think we were close enough, but I still had to take the shot anyway. Just in case. And Dragon Nonsense gifted a sub, the Vanguard 49. Dragon Nonsense, thank you for not only the gift sub, but for your very first gift sub in the channel. Thank you for going that extra mile. And Vanguard 49, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. I don't approve of the slogan. I will never approve of the slogan. But I appreciate it all the same. Oh, dicks. I just ended my turn. God damn it, chat. You distracted me again and I wasn't paying attention. Well, somebody might die now as a direct result of that. In fact, it's probably gonna be Edie, now that I think about it. Because she's standing right next to a sniper. If Edie goes down, this is on you, chat. See, this is what I was talking about. Even a shock trooper in cover is basically getting just mowed down by her. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I know it's meant to be a challenge. But this mission's a little much.
Don't leave me here.
Manly Salmon says, is Ecto Cooler a real thing or just some part of the esoteric lore? I assure you, Ecto Cooler is, in fact, a real thing. And I feel like somebody asked the same question on the Discord. So I will say, yes, Ecto Cooler is a thing. But in addition to Ecto Cooler being a thing, it basically went away and then came back. And the new version is not as good as the old version. Chad, I think that's everybody but Largo down. Well, and obviously the tanks. Yeah, that's everybody but Largo. Everyone but Largo is down, and now we're probably about to lose Rosie and Wendy. Yeah, no, I know. Yep, that's what I was afraid of.
Shooting guns is lame, huh? Hurts to shoot people, hurts to get shot.
That's a rather poignant thing for Wendy to say. Like, if you know anything about her character, for her to say that when she dies, like, that's a rather introspective thing to say. Dark Naze, express elevator to hell. Going down. Listen, I approve of the Frighteners reference. Yeah, that's right. I've seen that movie too. I've seen all the movies. That's not true. I've seen a lot of movies. I happen to enjoy the Frighteners quite a bit. I think it's extremely underrated. It was a very, very good movie. And there's the scout capturing our camp because nobody's in it. So, I don't even have to restart because we just failed the mission.
Damn! We lost the base!
Yeah, I mean, Jifbua, I was trying to play the way that the game intended. And I've said this before, like, I've played through this game a lot. I know there are, like, certain meta strategies, but I'm trying to give the newer folks and the folks that have never played this game before more of, like, the authentic experience so that they can enjoy it in that way, as opposed to me being like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna scout cheese with Alicia on every single mission and just burn to the enemy base. Cause, like, that's not fun. And to me, I like to, like, not only do I want to enjoy the game by trying new things, but I also want you guys to see, like, what does the game mean? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you pulled it from Aliens. I pulled it from The Frighteners because that's the movie that I think of when I hear that line. So yes. No, you are right. And to be fair, the line in The Frighteners is a reference to the same line in Aliens. But I just, like, that's where my brain went. Sorry. I apologize for not understanding your reference. Your specific reference. Anyway, chat. Let's try it again. We're gonna try not to suck this time.